Hello and welcome back to a Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2. So, last time we had a tourney, we were considering some wars. We got a war over here to give us a border of Pentos. We went to Emancipation War. We're going to do a war against the Beyond the Wall people to get the Night's Watch back as soon as the North comes back underneath, which should be... actually that war's fairly even, so I don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, we could tell them to stop. I suppose we can't tell them to stop the war because they're not underneath us technically, because it declared the war when they weren't underneath us. Oh well, he might die because he has gonorrhea, so you never know. And we've also got some wars down in Summer Islands if we want to do some of that. So we'll let time move on a little bit, everything sort itself out. Grace, the conclave of the Citadels selected a Grand Maester, a head of the Order of Maesters, and servant to the Iron Throne. So Rolly becomes Grand Maester. Okay, that's fine. Lord Paramount Davos of Lorath has created the title High Lordship of Upper Rhoyne. I don't know why I was having trouble with that. A daughter was born to Prince Aerys of the Iron Throne and Lady Serena of the Riverlands named Megan Bittersteel. She's a lunatic and ill. Oh, okay. Well, that's not good at all. Shara of Shara's Host Claim declared a claim on Lord Paramount of the Vale, which shouldn't be as strong because we didn't give her any money, but maybe someone else did. Yeah, he should be able to hold this off. Cool. And a member of the Kingsguard died, so Larens. Alright. Do we need a new member? Oh, we're dead. Okay. So, we have a new heir. We are now playing as Aegon. Aegon V, the Dragon. We have Blackfyre, we are skilled fighter, knight, scarred, duelist, trusting, erudite, temperate, brave, and content. Okay. You have a new heir. If your character dies now, you will play as Prince Rhaegal with a very funny mustache. Grand Maester Royally is no longer Grand... Okay, all of this is true though. They are things currently. Your father, King Daemon Blackfyre, has died. It now falls upon you to decide whether to make the funeral a big and special event or keep it a small and private one. How did he die? A natural death. Oh, okay. We'll give him a funeral. And of course all lords and ladies of the realm will be invited. So there are lots of pretenders to the throne here. Most of them young, although we do have one of our sons, who is not as young. Okay, so be it. Your Grace, His Grace, King Daemon, has taken his last breath. May he repose in peace. Now his heir, Prince Aegon Blackfyre, will take the throne and will rule the Seven Kingdoms henceforth. Long live the king. Alright, so we now control the Seven Kingdoms. How do people feel about us? What's the general... That was not what I meant to do. I managed to somehow click on the wrong thing there. How do people feel about us? What's general opinion? So we have a couple of people who like us a lot. We have the Kingsguard, is our friend. And we're also... no, Daemon likes us a lot because of his opinion of our predecessor. Alright, that's fair. So our friends are Lord Rickard of Poddingsfield, Lord Osmond the Unready of Seaguard, and Lord Commander Harwood the Unworthy, Lord Commander of the King's Guard. And we also have a rival. We have Prince Olvar is our rival. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's set up our council then. So, what are we going to do? Well, I think we're going to get rid of people we don't like. That's generally the way you go about it, isn't it? So, Hand of the King. We don't like Rickard at all. Let's appoint a new one. Who do we want as our Hand of the King? It's got to be good at diplomacy and stewardship. And we want to like them. We put in Luke of the Vale. I mean, we don't really like him. There aren't really that many good options. Boris of Diarden? We like him a little bit more. Yeah. Boris of Diarden might be the winner here. Our brother? We actually quite like our brother, Aerys. You know what? We'll put in our brother Aerys. He can be Hand of the King. Master of Laws, Lord Merrill of Rosebery. Wait, how do we feel about him? We're kind of okay with him. Does he have, is somebody up here we like much more? Not really. You know what? I think our Master of Laws can stay. Master Arms has to change, however, because we hate him. So, goodbye. We're going to put in... You know, let's put in our friend, Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. Definitely. Right. Master of Coin. That would stay our brother, and we like him, so that seems fine. Master of Whisperers. What do you want? We could put in Marissa, our vassal. No, we don't like her. She likes us a lot. So we are Queen of the Iron Throne, our wife. No, you don't put your wife in as Spy Master because it lowers your stats by half. It's just unfortunate. Well, it lowers your potential stats by half. If you don't know, basically, your state intrigue is made up of your spouse and your counselors. But if you put in your spouse as a counselor, you don't get the full bonus for having a counselor, basically. I don't know. Anybody down here catching our eye? Doesn't appear to be that many. No. Clarence, Lord of the Kingswood. Lord of Kingswood. We don't really like him that much than we like our Master of Whisperers currently, so you know, we'll keep with the current one. Maester, well, obviously it's going to be a Grand Maester, and Septum. Which one do we like the most? Probably Dennis of Dragonstone. There we go. I guess because we hold Dragonstone, right? Yeah. So he would have been our Septum before this, before we took control of the Iron Throne itself. Let's send him to go perform some charity. Send you to go, and I guess we don't need to train troops anymore because we're content, so we're probably not going to expand. So let's get him to train children, and then oversee the province. Good. And then we can request our coronation. Are there any other titles we need to hand out? Nope. There are probably some advisor slots in our council. Wait. Oh, right. Yes. Adjusticar, advisor, High Septum. Probably not going to change that. Spy Master. I'm just seeing if there's any. There's another advisor slot, but it's our brother who has a good opinion of us, and we kind of like him. So we have a lot of our brothers on the council. Master of Ships is the only missing one. Could put the Greyjoy in charge. Could put the Vale in charge of Master of Ships. Anyone else jumping out at me as somebody who would be Master of Ships? Not really. Yeah. Let's just put in, I suppose, Lord Paramount of the Vale. You are now our Master of Ships. So we have a few Loyalists, we have a few Pragmatists, we have a Glory Hound, we have a Zealot, and one Malcontent. Alright. And we can righteously imprison our son for trying to replace Sir Lothar as something. And Boris of Diarden for trying to kidnap someone. Alright. A couple of things we could press if we wanted to. De jure claims on Winterfell. Don't really want to do that. We want to wait for the realm to just come back underneath naturally. What was the other ones? Blackwoods. We could. Alright, so that's on the north, and we can then claim some things on what's its name? Norvos. Okay. I'm going to wait just till the end of the month. All hail its grace. Aegon of House Blackfyre, King of the Andals, the Reigner of the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. Long live the King. And a vacancy has become available in the King's Guard. 7 swords must guard the King, and you must choose a replacement. Okay, bring me the greatest. How about you bring me powerful houses first? Many sons of noble houses have gathered for you at King's Landing. After surveying your ranks, you believe you have found the best candidates for your King's Guard. So Devon Karen. Okay. He's Craven though. No. At the end of the month, we'll go for our coronation. The invitation has been sent to the lords and ladies of the realm to come to the funeral. It's time to prepare the feast and the funeral itself. The guests will arrive soon. Best get on with it. Okay. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what food stuff to serve. We must purchase venison, boar, and duck, spices, wine, and ale, honey for the desserts, cheese, and perhaps even a swan or a peacock. What are we gonna do? We're temperate, so we're kind of moderation. So, as we'll spend enough, but not, you know, anything more than that. Coronation. Let's go for it. I've expressed my wishes and desires for a coronation at the Grand Sept of the Faith to His Holiness High Septum. Hopefully he will accept my request so I can begin inviting lords to attend a coronation ceremony. Of course he will accept. To His devout grace King Aegon, in the name of the Seven, I, the High Septum, would like to offer you my blessing to allow your coronation in the Grand Sept of the Faith. As King of the Andals, the Reigner, the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, Protector of the Realm, under my guidance. Excellent. Send out the message to invite all my lords. Yes, a couple of people aren't going to be able to attend. Oh well, not that worried. Most of them are probably in wars or other things. Apart from Dorne. That was obviously a slight. Okay, what's this? Magister Morello of Cohort led second war to overthrow the monarchy of Cohort on Lord Paramount Daemon II of Cohort. So he doesn't have enough men to really hold this off. But we haven't yet had our coronation or anything, so we'll see. Bring me the greatest knights in all the realm. Okay. Audrey Ambrose. He is the greatest knight who is actually from a noble house. Let's go with him. Yep. My apologies to Grace, I appreciate the offer, but I've never looked much good in white. Your Grace, I humbly request that I be legitimized and recognized as a full member of my house, so I may affirm my rightful rule over Rainwood. Regards, Sir Corwin Storm. Okay, what do we feel about this? I mean, we believe in moderation, we're brave, we're content, bookish, we're trusting. You know what? Trusting, we'll go with it. You're now legitimized. Right. Your Grace, I humbly request to be legitimized and made a recognized member of my house as to affirm my rightful rule over Blue Fork. Regards, Lord Hoster Rivers. Sure. Your request is granted. We're feeling generous. We've just become king. The conjurer produces a rabbit from the hat and made a handkerchief change colour from brown to red, and then he simply vanished from the room, only to knock on the door and open it a few seconds later. No, I don't think we need him at the funeral. Personally. Your Grace, I humbly ask you to intervene on my behalf against the aggression of Magister Murillo Xandar, who is invading my lands in obvious contravention to the peace of the realm. I'd be eternally grateful for your support in this matter. Yours, Lord Paramount Daemon of House Blackfyre, our brother. Well, we will of course order him to stand down. All of the guests have arrived at King's Landing, it is now time to begin the feasting to celebrate the life of King Daemon Blackfyre. Lady Ilaria of Cider Hall has inherited the castle of Waypress from Sir Wayman of Waypress. Now this is Ilaria Redwine, the person who was in charge of the Reach before. Okay. Cool. Your Grace, I'm afraid I cannot end this war. My cause is just, and as such you have no right to command me to stand down, sighed Magister Murillo of House Xandar. A vacancy has become available in the King's Guard. 7 swords must guard the king, you must choose a replacement. Bring me the greatest knights in all the realm. Bryndon Darkland. Okay, we choose you. I never looked... my apologies to Grace. I appreciate the offer, but I've never looked much good in white. Okay. I think we're going to go help our brother out over here in... this thing. We offer to join war, or... do we declare war against the other side? What do we do here? I forget. You... actually, maybe... oh, we can command them to end war directly. Okay. Would not be legally binding. Okay, we're going to command him to end the war once again. See what he does. Grace, I'm afraid I cannot end this war. My cause is just, and as such you have no right to command me to stand down. Signed, Magister Murillo of House Xandar. Summer is nearly at an end, and so autumn and the harvest is upon us. The feasting shall celebrate this time with food from throughout the Iron Throne, including boar, gooseberries, salmon, and lobster, brought to King's Landing. As part of this, you must decide how much of the harvest is set aside for winter. Use your reserves. That's fine. There's nothing we can do to help our brother out over there. He just has to win it himself. I started talking to one of my guests at the feast and found him most interesting. Hours flew by, wine bottles were emptied, other guests excused themselves and went to bed, but we kept talking until the wee hours. Bartimus Crab of the Whispers. Okay. I haven't met a more fascinating person. The funeral. As the Silent Sisters finish the preparations of the deceased, the body of King Daemon is brought to the local steps and laid atop the altar at its centre. Canopic jars of ornate design are placed at the feet of the dead, and the eldest child places the death stones upon the closed eyes of the deceased. One by one, those closest to the departed in life make their way into the sept and speak their goodbyes, shed their mournful tears, and pray to the seven for the dead. As the day winds down and the last goodbye is said, the body is carried by kin along the crowd-lined streets to its final resting place. As the sun fades away, a grand feast is held, and those who knew the dead recount stories of the life and deeds of the lost, and so it is done. Daemon Blackfyre died a natural death on the 21st of August, 8230, at age 60. He was a man and was a knight of the highest honour, as well as being most fair to look upon. He was one of the greatest warriors of his generation, his martial prowess being famed throughout the kingdom. Daemon wielded the famous Valyrian steel greatsword Blackfyre, once the weapon of Aegon the Conqueror. And so it is done. And I feel that would be the perfect time to end the series. We're going to end it at episode 30, but I feel like this is the perfect point. We can see the realm has no real issues in it. It's very stable, and the reign of King Aegon V will be full of peace and prosperity. So, thank you for watching the series. We are going to be doing another series after this, but we're going to wait for the mods patch, because there's a new CK2 patch that, if I've got this right, should be coming out the very day of this video, which, you know, very convenient. So what we're going to do is we're going to play probably going to play some vanilla CK2 for a bit, and then once the mod updates, we'll come back and we'll do another similar series to this, except we'll play it somewhere different. So, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the series, there are a lot of other series that I've done of CK2. If you don't know, we've got the this is the Blackfyre series. We got the Ironborn series, which is coming to a close soon as well. It'll be probably another 20 episodes from when this video goes up. So that'll be 4 weeks to go, and it's gone a long time. We also have the Fosway series, which led on from that. And then we have a few other series more similar to this, like the King Aegon series, where we played Aegon the Conqueror, and other series like that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in all the new series. See you then. Goodbye.